Welcome to the Drunkard's Path. Hope everybody's enjoying their summer. We just kind of got back from our vacation that we had. We went up north. Took the family up there, and we had a really decent time. But it was rather bittersweet for us because just before we lost our little doggy Sid, just a couple days before. Sorry, but it was a good distraction to get away. And now that we're back, it's still crying oceans of tears over our little guy. We had him for 15 years, so gonna do my best to keep it together for this video. But yeah, anyway, we did have a wonderful time, and now it's back full tilt. So let's get on with it. I just wanted to let people know that we have a tutorial tagged on to the end of this video, and this is for the Moda Blockheads for block number 9. So if you want to hang around for that one, I'll show you how to do block number 9. Okay, so let's, the last winner for our giveaway for the random fat quarters here, 3 of them, that would be Dorothy Gracie 1953. So Dorothy, congratulations, and please drop us a line at support@drunkardspath.com so we can get your address and we can send these out to you right away. This video, we have a couple of more pieces of fabric we like to give away, and so if you could just please drop us a quick comment. You need to drop that comment because I can't see you unless you do, but we really appreciate any of the comments because they're actually very informative for us. So hit like, please subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there, 1 subscriber at a time, and we greatly appreciate it. So if you like the content of these videos, if you like seeing the tutorials and what we have in the shop and what I've been working on, please subscribe so you won't miss a thing. Now we're coming to our 3rd quarter. Well, actually, I'm kind of off by a month, I think, but from July the 1st to October 31st, anybody that has made a purchase at our www.drunkardspath.com, our shop, you will be in the running for another larger contest, or not contest, but giveaway. And this one, I'm going to give 5 1-yard cuts and a pattern. So I'm going to show you what these are. Oh, I'm just going to hold them up, okay? Because I haven't cut them yet. From this fabric line here, they're Christmas fabrics, and they're going to be all 1-yard cuts. And again, just make a purchase. Anybody making a purchase within that time frame, they're going to be in the running for that that giveaway. So get on there and have a look at our website. We have lots of things on there. We're getting more and more all the time. We've got lots and lots of yardage. That's mainly what we like to focus on. But if there are any notions or anything that you would like to see come into the shop, and if we can get it for you, we will gladly get them. Some things with the notions, it's hard to sell certain things, so you don't want to go and buy a bunch of something that you're not going to be able to sell. So if anybody out there needs something, please let us know at support@drunkardspath.com, and we'll be able to pick those things up for you and let you know when they come in. So I think that kind of works a little bit better than me just randomly thinking, what people want. I mean, I do that, of course, but it would be nice if you gave us that a little bit of a heads up on what you're actually looking for. Speaking of the shop, let's see what came into the shop this time. So we have these floss biddies. Got a few packages of these, and anybody that does the cross stitch, they come in very handy. We've got some foundation paper. We got the 8-inch vintage Starburst. I love these foundation papers. And we also have the 12-inch as well. So those. And I also got the Woven Star in, let me see, 6-inch. Make 6-inch blocks. So these foundation papers, they are great to work with. We've got a few project bags that came in. Oopsie. Mad for Plaid. And we have Rose and we have Jade. We've got a denim Bee's Knees book stand. So these might be sold by the time you look on the website, but you got to be quick. So we had somebody ask, can we please pick these up for them. And I said, absolutely. So these are the things that we have access to. We also have, these are 1 yard cuts. Let me see, there's actually a name on it. It's called Peace and Plenty 1 yard bundle. And there are 6 1 yard cuts of this low volume fabrics. They're great for backgrounds. They're just all different ones, but they're really quite nice. And I picked up some of Lori Holt's quilt seeds, and these are patterns. I'm going to show this one. Hopefully you don't get too much of a glare here of this pumpkin. So there's this with a nice quilt block in the middle. And we also have this one of the sewing machine. It would make a really cute table topper or a pillow or whatever you can think of. You can make a bunch of them and sew them into a quilt as well. And I love these ones. These ones are Hometown Holiday. These are from the Quilt Seeds, and these are Christmas stockings that you can make. Now, I've got 2 of them, 2 different ones, and I think I'm going to show a tutorial on how to do maybe this one over here. I really think they're so darn cute, and we've got lots and lots of time before Christmas, but it does get here before we know it. So I would definitely like to show on how to make something like this. Just to let you know that our shop is going to be a vendor at the Petrolia IODE Quilt Show, and that is later on in September. I'll give you the date later on the next video. I think it's about the 3rd week in September, and we've been there before, and it's a really great a quilt show that they put on. So if you're in the area, do pop by. Even just to say hi, that would be great. So we're looking forward to that. What have I been working on? Now, honestly, I can't remember. My head's been in the clouds this last couple of weeks, but I don't think I showed you the Sherry McConnell block of the month, the July. I don't think I had it done last time, the July block. If I did, oh well, you get to see it again. So this is the July block, and that's got a churn dash that's going in the middle of that one. And this is my July block. These are nice big blocks, so I'm really curious to see how this is all going to be put together at the end. Let's do our Moda Blockheads. Let me see. The first one, Block 8A, is called Sandcastle, and this was actually, this was done by Sherry McConnell as well, so that's our Block 8, and this is what I did for it. That one. The next one is Block 9A, is called Polaris. Now this is the one I'm going to show you the tutorial, so you're going to get to see it because the tutorial has already been filmed. So there's that one. Actually, that was the first one I did. So the second one was actually on the tutorial, so you can see it on the tutorial. And the other one it's called What a Lark, and that is by Janet Clare. So this is number 10. Now, I'm only going to be doing, I think, 1 block of each. It says A and B, but I just want to make sure that I've got enough fabric to cover everything. If I have some left over, I can go back and do where it says to do 2 blocks. I think this one's really super cute. I used my triangles on a roll, and these ones here come with a template that they give you in the pattern. So you just do, it's a foundation paper piecing. It's really super simple, and that's what I show you in the tutorial on the other block, because they actually use the exact same blocks, or the little blocks here, and then I did the triangles on a roll for these ones. So that one turned out pretty good. So we're getting there. And these blockheads, they really test your skill levels. So, and that's a good thing. And let me show you your progress on my temperature quilt. I've got all the way to June sewn. So these are the ones that I have so far, and just as you can see, we're getting into the really hot months. This is the first half of July, and I'll get the second half of July done and sewn on here. So I just kind of sew them on as I get them, and I think this one's going to be pretty. It looks really modern, like a modern type quilt, so I really like the colors. Next, I'm going to show you a quilt kit that I picked up on my holiday. I did this just in the afternoon. It didn't take very long. I thought it turned out pretty cute. I just used this as a table topper. And I love the This reminds me of our holiday because we were right on the water and up north. And it didn't have any lighthouses, but it just had that feel, you know, beachy feel to it, right? So this one turned out rather cute. And I want to show you something that I did this test block for something that one day I was sitting there, and it's one of those moments where the light bulb clicks on, and yet I've known about this and it just didn't dawn on me that yes, I have got the apparatus that does this. I have the embroidery module on my sewing machine, and I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, because I've seen it done like on YouTube videos of you can do your own quilting and make these beautiful motifs on your quilts yourself if you have an embroidery module. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm just so dumb. Why haven't I done this? I've had this machine for over 5 years and I've never tried it. So I did a test block, and I used foundation papers, and I made this block here. I'm going to show you. And maybe I can bring that in nice and close. I want to show you that this is done. This is a motif that I did. It's not quite centered. Like, I have to learn a little bit more as I go. And I probably could have made it a lot bigger too. But I just wanted to see what it looked like, to see how to actually quilt. I've done embroidery, but only on one layer of fabric. Now this, of course, is done on 3. You know, you've got your top, your batting, and your backing. And then I put this other one, but I couldn't. I did a mistake. I did do a mistake. There is a learning curve to this, but I will get to it. And I'm hoping by next video I can show you a quilt that I have done with maybe not so intricate, because I don't want the quilting quite that tight, but just to show you, if you've got that embroidery module, to watch some videos on how to do, it's called Edge to Edge, I believe, and shows you exactly how to line up, you know, for each section of your quilt. But oh my gosh, it's just, to do your own quilting like that is just going to be wonderful. Like long arms, they're very, very expensive. And yes, I will still use a long arm to do some of my quilts. Absolutely, 100%. But I do want to just point out that to give it a try. Just know that it's there, because honestly, I don't know what I was thinking all this time to not even try something like that. But it just dawned on me, and I'm going to give it a go. And hopefully, like I said, by next video, I can show you something that I've done on my machine that's worthy enough to be shown on a video. Okay, now I'm going to show you some stuff that I did with cross stitch. I finished Clovis. I showed you her last time, and I fully finished it. And I did end up making the little pillow, even though I didn't think I was going to do it, but I filled it with crushed walnut shells, and I thought it turned out so darn cute. I was contemplating whether to frame it or not, but I thought, no, everybody else is doing it similar to this. And on the back, I just made there was a template for the little heart, and you just put your scissors right like that, and Clovis can stand up by herself. But I think that turned out really, really nice. So that's my first animal cracker. Will I do another one? I don't know, maybe. And I did another project bag. I'll hold it up like this so you can see it. I just want to quickly go through this one. I used Lori Holt's So Simple Shapes to make this, and then I appliqued it down. See the shape here, and then just did the stem. And I just want to try something different. I just machine appliqued it, but if you ever watch any of Lori Holt's videos, she shows you exactly how to use her So Simple Shapes and how to turn them and everything. And I thought it turned out kind of cute. And on the back, there was a heart template, so I did the heart as well. And what I'm going to do is I have a little whip parade I want to show you. Somebody in the comments said, I always talk about the project bags, and they said, can you please show us what it is what's inside of those project bags? And gosh, twist my arm, right? I just kitted this one up this morning. This one's from the Haunted Stitches book, and by Primitive Hair. I just want to see if I can see a picture. I don't want to show you. Can't show the chart, but that's what it looks like, okay? And I just went this morning to pick up the DMC, and so I still have it on the hoop, and this is the absolute smallest of starts. So, I mean very small. Looks like that, and I've got all my my DMC all kitted up. So that is that one. And we'll just go, I think this is on 36 count Fox and Rabbit Cooper PD, P-E-A-D-Y. And I'm in a club for this linen by Fox and Rabbit. And I get this one fat quarter that gets shipped to you once a month. And I got the 36 count because that's pretty much my comfort zone is the 36. And it's really, really good quality linen. And it's great to work on. So that's that one. The next one I'm going to show you. This is one of the first bags I ever made. And this is, let me see, it's called Quaker Summer. And this is the bag. It's rather flimsy, but like I say, it's one of the first ones I ever made. And I don't know the fabric unless it's in here. Don't see it. Oh, there it is. This one I did it on pink linen fabric. And I'll show you the start of this Quaker. So that one looks like that. This only has 3 colors to it. And that eventually will say summer. I haven't picked this one up in a while, so maybe I'll do like a whip go where you just kind of work on one for a few days and then switch it up. It's just nice to switch up because you get not bored, but you just want to, you work on something and then, okay, I'm going to work on the next one. It just keeps you going with the cross stitch. This one is called Winter Quakers. And this is the Lori Holt bag that I made using the panels. And this is my progress. This one uses Valdani threads, so they're thicker. So there's a few color changes in this one. But this one's coming along. But I probably won't pick this one up again till the winter, of course. Next, we have a Halloween one. Let me just get the... It's called When Witches Go Riding. This one came in a 4-part series. And again, another Lori Holt bag. These are super easy to make. And I just love them because they're more like a canvas. And this is my progress on this one. We're making some more progress on this one. And there's a little bit of back stitching in this one, but that's okay. I like it. This one I started last year, and this was like a special one from Colorado Cross Stitcher that they put out, and it is called the Sarah A. Sanderson. This is going to be just beautiful when it's done. I think this is the first one I did on a 36 count with silk using 1 strand of fabric over 2 holes. So I am almost across the top, but look at that red. It's just so pretty. And all little trees with the animals on top and your alphabet. So there's still a lot to go down, but as you can see, stitch by stitch, you are making progress. This next one is a summer one. It's a camper. Let me see. I don't want to show the chart. This one I'm doing on Witchelt, which is a little more of a stiff fabric. And it's just a summer camper. Oh, right there. Happy camper. And this one, there's a lot of stitching. Like it's kind of deceiving, but I've got part of the pink camper done and working my way down, but it's going to take a while because there is quite a few stitches in this one. Oh, and the bag, I didn't show you the bag. This is the one that Pat made for me. I showed you the last video, but this is what I've got in it. Next one I did, oopsie, in this bag here, and it's called Quaker Village. And this is done on a white fabric. Sometimes I have the name of the fabric and sometimes I don't. But this one, not a very big start, but big enough. This one also has quite a few color changes, so it's going to be really super colorful when it's done. But I like the contrast on this nice white fabric. Lastly, I'm going to show you, I can show you more at next video. This is the Queen of the May. And I want to just show this each and every time because this is my primary one that I'm working on. And I'm thinking it looks so beautiful. Right now, I'm almost all the way across. I've done page 2. 1 and 2, so that's that one. And now here's the tutorial on how to do block 9. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Moda Blockheads 6, block 9A and 9B. Now I've already done 9A. This is my take on it. And we're going to work on 9B. This block has a square and a square, and also has some foundation paper piecing, which Moda supplies you with. I'm going to move that out of the way. With your templates to do the paper piecing. Now, I've seen on social media people are having some difficulty with this. When I did this one this morning, I didn't find it too bad, but I'm used to doing paper piecing. So I fussy cut the little houses, the little haunted houses. You can see it in the center here. So for my next block, no, I'm not doing that again. But this is just an idea. If you wanted to do some fussy cutting, you could do a fussy cut for the middle part. But this is what I did for these 4 blocks, or these little blocks here. So I'm going to show you what I used. Got my 4.5-inch ruler. I have my add a quarter ruler. My other ruler, 2.5 by 12.5. My glue stick, and of course your rotary cutter. Okay, don't need a whole lot. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad at all. This is actually, to me, one of the easier blocks, but then some of the other blocks people might say, oh, that was really easy and I found it really hard. So it's just all a good learning curve. So, and it shows you really good instructions on how to do your paper piecing, okay? So let's get started with this one. Put this aside. This is the fabrics that I'm going to use. And what I did, it tells you, we're going to do this bit first, the foundation paper piecing. What it tells you to make things a little easier is we're going to fold it like that. So you can see where you're going to go with the fabric on the back. So we're going to go that. And now you can actually see where you're going to place your fabric, right? You're going to see where the center is. So fabric goes there. So we're going to take our first piece over here. And actually, I'm going to move them closer to me. And I'm going to use my fabric glue. Just going to put a little bit in the middle, just so I can hold it steady. Now, I can see where the lines are, pretty much. It calls for, I think, 4 4-inch squares. And so you can see the numbers on here. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 2 are going to go first. So as you fold it over, now hope you might have one of these at a quarter. If you don't, then use your 1/4 inch on any other ruler. So when you put it down, you're going to trim that off. But I'm going to use my at a quarter because it's got that little lip there. Go like that. Take that piece off. Now with foundation paper piecing, there is waste. Can't get around that. So, and remember when you're gluing it, your fabric, face up. This morning I did one of them. I did face down, but I caught it in time. So I had to switch that around. Okay, so it shows you on the instructions how to lay out your next piece. So you're going to go lay it out. I think a little bit more that way. And what I do is I just kind of fold it over and I can see the line through the paper. So I can see that when I sew this, I'm going to cover that area. And if there's even so much as a little bit not being covered, shift it. Shift your piece, okay? So now I know that that's going to cover it. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to sew. Now, I'm not going to sew from here to here. I'm going to go right to the edge and right over to the edge, okay? You got to get that bit in there as well. So you can see that it's lined up. I'm going to line it up. Don't forget, I am standing and I got to lower the needle and we're just going to sew. We're going to sew on that line. Oh, before I continue, I have it set at a 1.5 stitch length. You need to have a very short stitch length so when you go to rip those papers off at the end, they come off nice and easy, okay? So here we go. Go right on the line. Like this part, it couldn't be easier, okay? Thread, up we go. All right, so the first one. Now I just finger press this. You can put a dry iron on that. It doesn't hurt the paper. Some people say, oh, you shouldn't do it, but I have done it. Or if you've got a seam roller, do that. Okay, so there's one. And now we're going to go, just go back a couple stitches. We're going to go to number 3. But we need to cut a 1/4 inch, okay? So just take that piece off. And we're going to put our next over here. And so that's going to go face down. Now again, I'm going to make sure that it's completely covered if I lay it like that. Okay? Flip it over. I'll make sure that that is still lined up, and it is. So I'm going to put it in. Okay, let's go. So right across. Doesn't get any easier than sewing on a straight line. That's there for you. Okay, we're going to go press it over with our fingers. Just hold it down. So make sure it's over there really good. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Now we're gonna square that. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it on this, not on the 1/4 inch line, but right here. This is our cut line. Okay. We're just going to trim it up. Okay. And do the other side. Make sure this line counts. Like you need to get it right on the line. Because that determines the size. Okay? And there it is. Like so easy. Now I'm going to do this 3 more times, and we'll have that part done, and then we'll take the papers off. Okay, now we have all 4 of our little blocks done. So we're going to take off the paper. It's really super simple. Just peel it off. If you have a nice tight stitch length, then it comes off. And then remember we put the glue. No problem. So there we go. Those 4 are done. I've already taken the papers off these ones. So we'll set these aside. And next we're going to do the square and a square. So we're just going to line up right here and opposite corner here, and we're going to sew right on that line. I don't normally pin, but you can pin this in place. So across on that line. All the way, and make sure that that white piece covers the whole thing, but you can't see anything. There's nothing hanging over. So now I'm going to do the other side, the opposite side. So all the way across. Okay, now we're just going to trim 1/4 inch away on both sides. So there. Spin it. Okay, so I always iron my seams open. They stay flatter that way. Okay, there's one. And yep, that is one hot iron. A little ouchie on the fingers, okay. And that's it. I don't know if I mentioned that you had to draw a line on your fabric, either using a friction pen or whatever. I just use my mechanical pencil. So, and now I'm going to place that on opposite sides again. And sew. Get a couple of stitches, make sure I'm going straight. Okay. So far, we've been doing nothing but sewing on lines. So, Not too hard. Okay, we're going to put our other side on. This part, it does matter to get it as straight as you can to make sure that everything is covered underneath. So just go slow. Make sure everything is meeting up. Let us trim again 1/4 of an inch away from your seam. Whoopsie. Move it up. Flip it. Hopefully we got it pretty good. Okay. And the other side. You just have to press it. Don't rock your iron back and forth because you don't want to distort your little block. So I'm just gonna hold that there for a few seconds. Let's see. Oh, it looks pretty good. We'll see when we get it all together. Here's our center. Our center bats, and these point out. And then we add our corner pieces. 3 and 4. Okay. I'm going to sew all this together and we'll see our finished block. So here is our finished block. It worked out actually pretty good. All the points are there. We didn't cut anything off. Everything is bang on. That is what I like about foundation paper piecing, is that it is pretty much perfect. And once you get the technique down, you're not going to have any problem with it. And your pieces are going to look so professional. So this is block A and B. So I am done. Oh, actually, I have to go back and do block 8. I haven't done that one yet. I was on holiday, so I have to do that one. But I just happened to see this one come up on my social media, and people were having issues with it. So I thought, okay, this is probably like a really good tutorial to do for the Moda Blockhead. So good luck with your block, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep sewing, keep stitching.